Hi everyone, welcome to the channel, and I'm here for an album review for you guys. Now for this review, I'm going to be reviewing Hemispheres by Rush. I have the standard remastered CD right here, and I also have the 40th anniversary edition, which is definitely cool to own. I did do a Rush album review recently on the channel for Permanent Waves, so if you haven't seen that review, feel free to go check that out. So yeah, I felt like talking about another Rush album, so why not Hemispheres, right? But yeah, with this album, it's not my favorite Rush album, but it's definitely not my least favorite either, not even close. I would actually say that this album is maybe one of their best. I mean, this album is, of course, from the 70s era, and when it came to the 70s era of Rush, I mean, it seemed like this band could really do no wrong. And, you know, the thing is with Rush is they have a flawless discography, basically. Now, they do have their ups and downs, and it is pretty clear which part of their discography is better than the other. For me personally, I think the best eras for Rush would be the 70s up to the early 80s. I mean, at that point, Rush, I mean, they just couldn't do wrong. But even the stuff that came after wasn't bad, but you can tell that that was the weaker half of the discography, even though it still wasn't bad by any means. This band has no bad songs or any bad albums. So with this album, Hemispheres, it's kind of an interesting album for them. So let's go ahead and talk about the tracks. First, we got Cygnus X1 Book 2, which is the epic from the album. Not my favorite of their epics or longer songs. That would be 2112, but Cygnus X Book 2, I still think it's a great song. I think structurally it's kind of interesting. The song pretty much goes in parts. It's not, you know, in parts whenever you listen to it, at least on CD, but yeah, it's on CD, it's just one long track. So, but it's technically all in parts when you look at the track listing and stuff. Yeah, this song really does show the talent in the band members of Rush. Of course, Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, and Neil Peart, may he rest in peace. But yeah, very neat song for sure. If you like your prog rock proggy, you're gonna like this song. In fact, you probably already do like this song, since I'm sure most, if not all, prog rock fans have listened to Rush before. So yeah, definitely a great track though, and definitely an interesting way to start off the album. And then we got Circumstances, which is, I believe, one of the shorter tracks on the album. Yeah, definitely a great song for sure. I like the energy, and especially the energy in Geddy Lee's vocals. I mean, he really does sound like he's giving it his all in this song. You know, when it came to Geddy Lee in the 70s era of Rush, I mean, he could really reach those high notes. I mean, his range at the time was very impressive. Now, I still think the albums that came after, he still had a good voice, but I don't know. You know how it is with Rush in the 70s. I mean, it's fantastic. And Geddy Lee, I mean, the range that he has is really fantastic, and I think this song really does prove that. So Circumstances, definitely a great song, and probably one of the best songs on the album. And then we got The Trees, which is definitely an interesting song. It's a fan favorite from the album too, I believe. Lyrically, I believe this song is about a competition between a maple tree and some other tree or something. It's kind of like a scientific nature kind of song or whatever. I could be completely wrong about that, but of course you can let me know in the comments. But yeah, lyrically kind of interesting, of course, and I do think it is one of the best songs on the album. I think structurally this song is also pretty interesting with the instrumentation and just the way the song flows, and how, you know, you got your more relaxed moments, your more calm moments, and of course, you know, the musicianship throughout this song is fantastic. And then you got the instrumental closing track on here. Let's see if I can pronounce this. La Villa Strangato. I probably didn't say that correctly, but whatever. That is the instrumental, the closing track to this album, and It's not really an instrumental I think to return to very much, but I would be interested in returning to it again because I do think it is an interesting instrumental. I mean, this is once again another song where the musicians in this band really do do a fantastic job and really do, I guess, showcase what they're capable of musically. And it's a really great track and not a bad way to close off this album. So Hemispheres by Rush, definitely a great album. I mean, if I were to give this album a score, I'd probably give it the same score I give Permanent Waves, a 9.5 out of 10. Maybe a 9, I'm not sure, but for the heck of it, I'll go with a 9.5 out of 10. Because this album, it has no flaws. Even though this I don't think is their best work, it's an album that has no flaws, and I think it's an enjoyable album. So, definitely a great album. So, if you like progressive rock, check out this album. Let me know what you guys think of this album, Rush's album, Hemispheres. Do you like this album? Do you not like this album? Is this one of your least favorite Rush albums? Is it one of your favorites? Feel free to let me know in the comments. So on that note, thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.